Hello, my name's Anna and I'm working in collaboration with Vita Health Group. And with Backcare Awareness Week, I want to go through the importance of mobilisation and warming up whenever you're going into any form of exercise. Now, when it comes to warm-ups and what you should be doing, it really depends completely on the exercise that you're going to go and do. So if you're going to do a high intensity workout, you kind of want to be mirroring what exercises you're going to be doing within that session as part of your warm-up. So for instance, if I'm doing a boxercise session, as part of my warm-up, I will be doing boxing size moves, which is getting you mobilized for that exercise. So we're mobilizing the joints whilst we're mirroring the functionality of the exercises that we're going to be doing. Now there's no point in doing a completely warm up of your lower body if you're going to be doing an upper body workout. You kind of want to do overall warm up and then specific exercises that mirror the exercise that you're going to go into. So for instance, if I'm doing a lower body workout where we're going to be doing lots of squats and lots of lunges, then I will be doing lots of sumo, so we're coming down into this position, and then reaching up to really mobilize and warm up those muscles within our legs. And I'd be doing lots of dynamic moves with lunges. We want to work dynamically, okay, when we're doing exercises and warm up. And what I mean by dynamic is we want to basically warm up the muscles, okay? We don't want to be doing static stretching. Static stretching is for after the workout. We don't want to be stretching cold muscles. We want them to be warm. So the best way is to stretch out dynamically. Now, when I say dynamically, I'm going to show you some of my favorite stretches to get you warmed up. And then we're going to go into some specific back exercises. Now, if you do suffer from any form of back pain, then it's really good to make sure you have a longer warm-up. I always say to people, it's a question I get asked all the time, how long should I warm up for? Now, that depends on your fitness level, how old you are, the temperature, the environment you're in, the workout you're going to do, there's so many different factors that make up how you should warm up. Now, if you take an athlete, for instance, so an athlete's going to run the 100 meters, their exercise is only going to be for 10 seconds. He's going to be warming up for hours before because of the power he puts into it. Now, someone that's doing an endurance sport, they're going to be doing lots of dynamic stretching, lots of back exercises to do because they're going to be exercising for a long period of time. Now, if it comes to high intensity, say you're doing a HIIT session, that's a lot of impact going through a lot of muscle groups. And I think the problem is that we can do is, especially in this environment that we're in at the moment, we went into lockdown. Lots of people think, oh, I'm going to suddenly go and do lots of online training and I'm going to pick, that workout looks good, that workout looks good. We don't even know whether these people that you're doing are actually personal trainers and actually trained, and you'll just see a workout and you think, oh, I'm just going to jump on the bandwagon and do that. And it's really important to make sure you're doing exercises correctly. So if you've jumped in the deep end and just thought, oh, I'm going to do all those HIIT sessions, and you haven't done that much exercise before, you're really going to be prone to injury. So I'm going to take you through a really good warm-up to do, okay? So what I like to start with is some open the gates, I call them. So we're really starting with a little bit of hip mobility, and we're going to come down to focusing on your back as well. So really opening out the hips, getting a nice rotation on. So this is really getting through our glutes as well as our back. So nice big rotations, big circles round. So again, this is a dynamic move rather than a static move. As I said, static is when you're holding a stretch. We want to save that for afterwards when our muscles are nice and warm. So this is one of my favorite stretches, like a mobility exercise. And then we're going to take one leg forward, pushing your hips back. So when I talk about dynamic and stretching, so this is a dynamic stretch. We're stretching out through the hamstrings, pushing back, stretching out, pushing our heel back. If I was to hold it, that would create a static stretch. So we want to keep moving throughout. And after these stretches that I'm going to go through, at the end, you want to then start getting your heart rate up as well. I'm just going to give some leg swings so you can hold on to a wall or a chair. So really getting those hip flexors working as well here. That's it, just a few swings, and the other side. And then I'm going to come down into a sumo squat. Again, one of my favorite stretches. I'm just going to rock from side to side. I'm just grabbing hold of my toes here, and then I'm going to straighten up, creating a nice C shape in my back, rounding up, and then coming back down, rocking from side to side, and reaching up, rocking from side to side, reaching up. One more time, opening out the hips here and reaching up. I'm placing my hands down now. I'm going to take one step back into a downward dog position, and I'm going to bend one knee and the other. So this is a really good one for your back. And as I mentioned, how long should you be spending? It really depends on the workout that you're going into it, your ability, any issues and any ailments that you may have before. So when it comes to back, then definitely be doing a good 10-minute warm-up. That's it, really pushing one heel back and the other. And we're going to come forward. I'm going to want you to drop through your hips here. Release your feet off, and then I'm going to sit back. So I'm going through a downward dog flow here, reaching back up to your downward dog. Pushing, think chest towards feet, rolling up, creating that C shape in your back, dropping your hips down, and then reaching back into your child pose, rolling back up into your downward dog. Reaching up, drop down. I'm going to give myself a little wiggle here as well now. And reaching back up. Rolling down. Little wiggle. Sitting back into your child pose now. Holding it here. I want you to come onto your fingertips. And really walk your hands as far forward as you can, reaching up into those fingertips, dropping your chest down towards the ground, feeling that nice stretch in your back. Take a few deep breaths here. And walking back in. And walking back out. Dropping through your chest, big breaths. And walking back in. Placing your hands down, we're going to come into a cat-cow. So drop through your chest. I want you to take a big deep breath in. Exhale, lift up, drawing that belly button in towards your spine and releasing back down, creating that arch shape. Inhale, exhale, draw that belly button in towards your spine. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. One more time. And releasing there. I'm taking my left hand and threading it all the way through down to the ground, reaching my other hand down. Big breath in, reaching back up. Other hand comes through, reaching all the way down. Inhale, reaching back up. As you can see, because we're warming up, I'm not holding the stretch for too long. Big breaths in and mobilizing through my back, warming up, and then holding that, sitting back again. This time all the way back onto your heels. And then rolling back up, coming back up into your downward dog. Walk your feet in towards your hands, drop your chest, relax through and rounding back up. Then coming into some nice marches here. And again, then you start building up the intensity going into your workout. So that, what I was showing you there was a really good mobility exercise that you can do. There's so many that you can do incorporating the warm-up. But that, if you do have any form of back problems, back pain, and you want to prevent injury, then that is a really good warm-up that you can do prior to your workout. But just remember that it does really all depend on the exercise that you're going to be doing, the form of exercise and the intensity you're going to be working at. And there's specific runner stretches that I can go through. There's lots of different specific HIIT sessions, specific strength sessions, specific lower body. There's not one warm-up that suits each workout. It really depends on what you're doing. But I want you to think about some functionality exercises that you're going to be using during that workout. Okay, so remember what I said at the beginning. If you're going to be doing lots of lunges and squats, then those sumo squats are a really good one. Dynamic lunges, walking lunges, etc., with really reaching out and stretching out those hip flexors. Hope that helped, and see you soon.